If you're a man over 60 and you've started noticing changes in your performance, sensitivity, or confidence, especially down there, you are not alone. It's a quiet conversation, one rarely had out loud, but it's a universal experience. Every single day in my clinic, I see men struggling with loss of firmness, a shrinking sensation, or even mild, persistent discomfort that slowly eats away at their sense of masculinity. They often describe it as a fading, a slow dimming of a light they once took for granted. But what if I told you that a natural oil, something ancient, humble, and perhaps already sitting on a shelf in your home, could help restore blood flow, break down hidden scar tissue, and even bring back the sensitivity you thought was gone forever? I'm Dr. Mark James, a professor of urology and men's health at Baylor College of Medicine. I've spent over 30 years helping men restore their sexual vitality using the best of both science and natural medicine. My work is dedicated to bridging the gap between cutting-edge medical treatments and the timeless wisdom of natural healing. And today, I want to share a powerful, overlooked remedy that's been quietly helping men regain confidence and comfort without the need for pills, injections, or the embarrassment that so often accompanies these issues. You've likely never heard of using castor oil for male rejuvenation. In a world of pharmaceutical solutions, a simple, natural oil could seem almost too simple to be effective. But the science is real, and the results I've witnessed in my practice are undeniable. This natural oil, when used correctly, has the remarkable power to improve blood flow, dissolve restrictive scar tissue, reduce chronic inflammation, restore delicate nerve sensation, and protect aging skin all at once. It's a holistic approach in a single bottle. In this video, our lines walk you through the 5 biggest benefits of castor oil specifically for men over 60. Our lines explain the science in a way that makes sense and share real stories from men just like you. Then, our lines show you exactly how to use it safely and effectively to get the best possible results. This is information most men will never hear from their doctor, who may be unfamiliar with these complementary therapies. And at the end, I'll reveal the one crucial step you must include in your routine, or you'll risk missing out on the full, profound healing effect. Let's begin. Before we begin, if you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to tap that button and turn on the bell notification. My mission is to provide you with reliable, science-backed natural health solutions designed specifically for men over 60. And I don't want you to miss anything. And to help me understand what you need, if this topic speaks to you, please type a 1 in the comments below. If it's not relevant to you, type a 0. Your feedback is invaluable and helps me create content that truly supports your journey to healing and vitality. All right, let us begin with the first and most immediate benefit. You may notice castor oil's profound ability to naturally boost blood flow to the penis. This is the foundation of everything, because without strong, healthy circulation, everything else from firmness and size to sensation and responsiveness begins to fade. So, let us take a closer look at how this simple oil helps restore what time has slowly taken away. I still remember a patient of mine, Robert, a 67-year-old retired architect. He was a man who had spent his life designing strong, enduring structures, yet he felt his own body was failing him. He sat across from me, his gaze fixed on his hands, and quietly said, "Doc, it just doesn't work the way it used to. It's not just in the bedroom. I don't get morning erections anymore. It's like the whole area has gone dormant." He wasn't talking about a lack of desire. His mind was willing. He was talking about function, blood flow, firmness, that vital sense of aliveness that every man feels when things are working properly. And for Robert, like so many men I see, the loss wasn't a sudden event. It was a gradual erosion. It crept in so slowly, in fact, that he didn't even realize how much he'd lost until it started to fundamentally affect his confidence, not just with his wife, but in his own sense of self. He felt older than his years, and this one issue was casting a long shadow over his entire retirement. The biological truth is, After age 60, our vascular system undergoes significant changes. Our arteries, including the very fine ones that supply the penis, become less flexible due to a process called arteriosclerosis. The delicate lining of these blood vessels, the endothelium, becomes less efficient at producing nitric oxide, the key molecule that signals the smooth muscles to relax and allow blood to rush in. This is why pills like Viagra work. They manipulate the nitric oxide pathway. But what if we could support this pathway naturally? Now, here's where castor oil comes in as a powerful, non-pharmaceutical ally. This golden, thick oil is uniquely rich in a compound called ricinoleic acid, which makes up about 90% of its fatty acid content. Ricinoleic acid is a fascinating molecule. Studies have shown that it interacts with specific prostaglandin receptors EP3 and EP4 in the smooth muscle cells of blood vessel walls. When absorbed through the skin, it can trigger a localized dilation of the capillaries and small arteries, encouraging oxygen-rich circulation to flood into areas that need it most. When massaged gently into the skin, especially when combined with the gentle application of light heat, castor oil doesn't just sit on the surface. Its unique molecular structure allows it to penetrate deep into the tissue layers, helping to wake up blood vessels that have become sluggish or restricted. Many of my patients report a distinct warm, tingling sensation within minutes of application, a clear, physical sign that microcirculation is returning to the area. Over time, this isn't just a temporary boost. Consistent application helps to nourish the vascular tissues, improve their flexibility, and support the body's own nitric oxide production. This sustained, improved blood flow can help restore healthy nighttime and spontaneous morning erections, which are crucial for tissue oxygenation and health. It can increase sensitivity and simply bring back that quiet, unshakable confidence that every man deserves to feel. Robert started using castor oil 3 nights a week as part of a simple bedtime ritual. Within a month, he came back to my office. He didn't have to say much. His posture said it all. He sat up straighter, met my eyes, and said with a quiet smile, "Something's shifting, Doc. I woke up this morning, and it was like a memory from 20 years ago. It feels like my body is remembering what it's supposed to do." That's not a miracle. That's biology, responding to the right kind of consistent, gentle care. And now that we've seen how circulation can improve, let's go even deeper. Because for many men over 60, there's an invisible barrier to that blood flow. They are walking around with something they don't even know they have. Something that silently blocks circulation, causes discomfort, and can even change the shape of their manhood. Let's talk about that next. Not long ago, I had a patient named Daniel, a 71-year-old retired military man. He was disciplined, stoic, and not one to complain. But he came into my office visibly frustrated, confused, and to be honest, embarrassed. He said, "Dr. Carer, something's just off. It curves now to the left. And when it's erect, there's a tight, pulling feeling, almost like a band inside. I don't know what's happening." Like many men his age, Daniel had unknowingly developed internal scar tissue in the shaft of his penis. This is a condition that often goes undiagnosed and untreated, partly because men are hesitant to talk about it, and partly because many doctors aren't trained to look for it outside of the most severe cases, like Peyronie's disease. But it's far more common than people think, especially in men over 60. Years of micro-trauma from sexual activity, repetitive friction from sports like cycling, old forgotten injuries, or even mild, low-grade inflammation from untreated infections can lead to the buildup of disorganized collagen fibers. This forms a kind of internal scarring known as fibrosis or plaque. This scar tissue isn't always a hard, palpable lump. It can be a diffuse, sheet-like layer of thickened tissue that restricts the natural, uniform expansion of the erectile chambers, the corpora cavernosa. This internal scarring can create a pulling sensation, noticeable bending or curvature, a loss of girth in one area, or even a feeling that your penis has shortened or lost volume over time. What Daniel was experiencing are classic symptoms. This fibrotic tissue is inelastic. It doesn't stretch when the healthy tissue around it fills with blood, leading to the bend and the discomfort. It chokes off blood flow and can make intimacy uncomfortable, eroding confidence quietly and insidiously over time. This is where castor oil can make a real, tangible difference. It has a long, established history in traditional and naturopathic medicine for its ability to break down fibrotic tissue and soften scars, both externally and internally. Its primary active compound, ricinoleic acid, penetrates deeply into the skin and underlying fascial tissue. When massaged regularly over the affected area, castor oil appears to stimulate the lymphatic system, which is crucial for clearing out waste products and breaking down abnormal protein buildups, like excess collagen. It also helps to soften and hydrate the hardened collagen fibers, making them more pliable and supporting the body's natural ability to remodel and dissolve the scar tissue gently over time. It's not a rapid process, it's a gradual softening and reorganization. In Daniel's case, I instructed him to apply the oil 3 to 4 nights a week, focusing his massage on the areas of tightness and curvature, and to combine it with gentle heat from a warm compress. He was diligent, just as he had been in his military career. After 6 weeks, he returned. "Doc, it's not perfect," he reported, "but it's straighter. It's definitely more comfortable. I feel like I'm getting control back. That feeling of regaining something you thought was permanently lost is deeply empowering. It is a testament to the body's incredible capacity to heal when given the right support. But we're not done yet, because while breaking down existing scar tissue is critical, we also have to address the underlying process that often creates it. There's another silent culprit that steals performance, sensitivity, and comfort from older men. Something that starts small but can spread throughout the entire pelvic region if left unchecked. And the surprising truth is, castor oil helps fight this one, too. One of the most overlooked issues I see in men over 60 is low-grade, chronic inflammation in the genital and pelvic area. It's often a silent inflammation. It doesn't always show up as obvious, sharp pain. Sometimes, it's a subtle burning or itching sensation that comes and goes. Other times, it's a persistent tightness you can't quite explain, or that sinking feeling that things are shrinking or becoming less responsive. I had a patient, Michael, 66, a former accountant, who described it this way. "It's not pain, exactly," he said, thoughtfully. "It just feels ... unfriendly down there. Like my own body is pulling back from me. Everything feels like it's getting smaller, stiffer, and more uncomfortable." Inflammation is the body's natural response to stress, injury, or aging tissue. In the short term, it's a vital part of healing. But when it becomes chronic, especially in the sensitive, vascular structures of the penis, it does more harm than good. Chronic inflammation is like a slow-burning fire. It constantly generates free radicals that cause oxidative stress, damaging the delicate endothelial lining of blood vessels and interfering with blood flow. It signals fibroblasts to lay down excess collagen, leading to the scar tissue we just discussed. It irritates nerve endings, sometimes causing pain, other times dulling them into numbness. It limits tissue elasticity, accelerates tissue breakdown, and blocks the body's own powerful healing mechanisms. Unfortunately, many men live with this silent inflammation for years, attributing the symptoms to just getting old. They never know what's really causing the discomfort, or that there's a simple, natural way to address it at its source. Castor oil is a remarkable and potent anti-inflammatory. The ricinoleic acid it contains has been studied for its ability to reduce pain and swelling, acting in a way that is sometimes compared to capsaicin, but without the irritation. It appears to reduce substance P, a key neuropeptide associated with transmitting pain signals and promoting inflammation in deep tissues. When applied externally and absorbed into the skin, it doesn't just sit on the surface. It goes deep calming the inflamed cellular environment. It helps to quell the inflammatory cascade, reduce oxidative stress, and support your body's ability to switch from a state of chronic defense to a state of active repair. Over time, this can restore comfort, improve flexibility, and even help reverse some of the tissue stiffening that comes with age and chronic inflammation. Michael started applying castor oil regularly, along with light heat just before bed. He made it a relaxing, 20-minute ritual to end his day. 3 weeks in, he told me, "I'm not just more comfortable. I feel like my body is opening up again. That tight, withdrawn feeling is gone." And that's exactly what should happen. When inflammation goes down, healing can finally begin. And when healing begins, your body starts moving back toward its natural, healthy, vibrant state. But there's more, because healing isn't just about tissue and blood flow. It's about sensation, and for many older men, the one thing they miss the most isn't just firmness or shape. It's that deep, electric connection, the pleasure, the sensitivity, the intimacy. So, how do we bring that back? Let me show you. There's a conversation that happens in my office that many men won't have anywhere else, not even with their partners. Even common medications for blood pressure or depression can have this as a side effect. All of these factors can impact the delicate nerve networks that wrap around the penis. And when those nerves stop firing with the same intensity they used to, men often describe their experience as numb, disconnected, or even emotionally flat. It can turn an act of intimacy into a performance, creating anxiety and distance. But there's hope. One of the lesser-known but profound benefits of castor oil, its potential to support nerve repair and regeneration. This property is known as its neurotrophic potential. It has been used traditionally in packs to soothe the pain of sciatica and other forms of neuritis nerve inflammation. When applied regularly to the groin and penile area, it may help improve nerve conductivity and restore the sensitivity that fades with time. How does it work? First, by boosting blood flow, it delivers a fresh supply of oxygen and nutrients essential for nerve health. Second, by reducing inflammation, it takes the pressure off irritated nerve endings and allows them to heal. Larry followed my recommendation: nightly castor oil application combined with a warm compress. He was patient with the process. After about a month, he leaned in during his follow-up appointment and whispered, "I can feel again. It's not like I'm 20, but it's subtle, it's there, and it's coming back. And I feel more like myself." That is such a powerful moment when sensation returns. It's not just a physical return, but an emotional one too, because this part of your body is more than just tissue. It's intricately tied to your sense of identity, connection, and joy. Now, while restoring sensitivity is a major breakthrough, there's one more layer we can't ignore. Because even if blood flow improves and nerves come alive again, none of it matters if the very skin that houses it all is weak, dry, or damaged. Let's talk about the final, protective benefit next. As men age, we often talk about muscle loss, energy dips, or even testosterone decline. But one thing that rarely gets mentioned, yet affects nearly every man past 60, is the health of his skin. Specifically, the skin in the most private, sensitive part of his body. I remember a gentleman named Frank, 73 years old, who told me, a bit sheepishly, "The skin down there feels ... thin, like parchment paper. It's drier than it's ever been. Sometimes it even cracks a little if I'm not careful, and it's sore for days." He wasn't exaggerating. As testosterone levels fall, the skin naturally produces less sebum, its natural moisturizer. Collagen and elastin production declines, causing the skin to lose its plumpness and resilience. This makes it more fragile, especially in an area that isn't often cared for with intention. Dryness, itching, and flaking are more than just annoyances. They can lead to tiny micro tears in the skin surface. These tears can cause discomfort during daily activities, make intimacy painful or even impossible, and create an entry point for bacteria, exposing the underlying tissue to irritation or infection. For many older men, it's the hidden reason why they begin avoiding touch or lose confidence during intimate moments. Because when the skin no longer feels strong, supple, or responsive, it sends a quiet message to the brain that something is aging faster than it should. This is where castor oil shines once again, in its simplest and most direct application. It's an incredibly nourishing and emollient oil. It is classified as an occlusive and a humectant, meaning it both draws moisture into the skin and creates a protective barrier to prevent that moisture from escaping. It's thick, rich, and deeply hydrating. Unlike water-based lotions that can sit on the surface or dry up in minutes, castor oil's fatty acids, especially ricinoleic, oleic, and linoleic acids, penetrate deep into the epidermis. They help to replenish the skin's lipid barrier, locking in moisture and protecting the delicate shield that surrounds your most sensitive nerves and blood vessels. It's like giving your skin a suit of flexible, breathable armor, but without the weight, just a smooth, natural layer of profound support. Frank began applying it a few nights a week before bed. No special routine, no heat, just a gentle massage and a moment of care. Within a few weeks, he said, it feels stronger, more resilient, the skin is more pliable. I'm not worried about it tearing anymore. And that's the key. When the skin is healthy, the entire system functions better. Nerves are better protected, blood vessels beneath the skin stay more elastic, and most of all, your confidence in your own body's integrity returns. But of course, none of these 5 amazing benefits happen by accident. The way you apply castor oil, the quality of the oil, the timing, the method makes all the difference. And if you skip just one key step, the one I mentioned at the beginning, you might miss out on everything it can truly offer. So, let me show you exactly how to use it the right way. Now that you understand the powerful benefits castor oil can offer: better blood flow, softer scar tissue, reduced inflammation, restored sensitivity, and healthier skin, let's talk about how to actually use it, because this is where most men go wrong. They hear the benefits, they get curious, they might even buy a bottle and try it once or twice. But without the right method, they don't see the results they're hoping for, and then they give up, concluding it doesn't work. But healing doesn't happen through guessing. It happens through care, consistency, and doing things the right way. When I first recommended castor oil to a patient named Gerald, 69 years old, he was deeply skeptical. "You want me to put what? Where?" he asked with a raised eyebrow. The idea seemed foreign, maybe even a little strange. But once I walked him through the process, emphasizing that this was a form of targeted, therapeutic self-care, he gave it a shot. A few weeks later, he came back with a quiet grin and said, "You know, it's not just working. I actually look forward to doing it. It's 20 minutes of quiet time for myself at the end of the day. Here's the step-by-step guide I give to my patients. Step 1. Choose your oil wisely. This is non-negotiable. You must use 100% pure, cold-pressed, hexane-free, and preferably organic castor oil. Cold-pressed means the oil was extracted without heat, preserving its vital nutrients and enzymes. Hexane-free means no harsh chemical solvents were used in the processing. Look for oil sold in a dark glass bottle, as this protects it from light degradation. Do not use the kind of castor oil sold as a stimulant laxative with other ingredients. Step 2. The ritual of application. This isn't a chore. It's a ritual of healing. Ideally, do this before bed. Pour a small amount, perhaps the size of a quarter, into your palm. Warm the oil slightly by rubbing your palms together vigorously. This makes it more pleasant and improves absorption. Gently massage the oil onto the entire shaft of the penis, the base, and the surrounding pubic area. Use slow, circular, and lengthwise strokes for about 3 to 5 minutes. The goal is not aggressive pressure, but presence. Be mindful. This isn't about mechanically fixing something. It's about giving your body the attention and resources it needs to heal itself. This mindful touch alone can begin to re-establish a positive connection with this part of your body. Step 3. The crucial step. Add gentle heat. This is the secret I promised you. This is the step that amplifies every single benefit we've discussed. Applying heat on top of the oil dramatically increases its penetration and effectiveness. It opens up the pores of the skin and, most importantly, it further dilates the blood vessels, driving the oil's healing compounds deeper into the erectile tissues, fascia, and nerve endings. After the massage, take a small, clean flannel cloth, soak it in hot, but not scalding water, wring it out, and fold it. Place this warm, damp compress over the entire area. You can cover it with a dry towel to hold in the heat. Leave it in place for 15 to 20 minutes. Relax, breathe deeply, let your body do the work. Safety note: never use an electric heating pad directly on this sensitive skin. A warm water compress is safest and most effective. Step 4. Consistency is king. You will not see a life-changing result after one night. This is a practice of restoration, not a quick fix. Commit to this ritual at least 3 to 4 nights a week. The effects are cumulative, week by week. The improvements build on each other. The increased blood flow helps soften more scar tissue. The reduced inflammation allows for better nerve regeneration. It's a positive feedback loop. Gerald stayed with it. Over time, he not only saw tangible improvements in firmness and sensitivity, but he told me something else that struck me. It's become a ritual of respect, he said. 4 years, I just ignored that part of myself unless I wanted something from it. Now, I feel like I'm taking care of it. I feel more in tune with myself. That is the real win, because when healing becomes part of your personal rhythm, your body responds in powerful and profound ways. And now that you know how to do it the right way, let me leave you with something even more important. The emotional truth behind all of this, because this isn't just about healing the body. It's about reclaiming something much, much deeper. Let's talk about that. I've been working with men for over 3 decades. And if there's one truth I've learned, it's this: what most men truly want isn't just performance. It's connection, it's confidence, it's the feeling of being whole. It's to feel like themselves again, strong, alive, and capable. And when something starts to shift in that very personal part of their body, whether it's firmness, sensitivity, comfort, or shape, it can shake their identity in ways they don't even talk about, often leading to a retreat from intimacy and a quiet sense of loss. That's why I believe so strongly in sharing tools like this, natural, safe, and often overlooked. Because sometimes the most profound healing isn't about a prescription or a complicated medical procedure. Sometimes it's about slowing down, listening to your body, and giving it the fundamental things it needs to come back to life. It's about restoring a relationship with yourself. So, if you're a man over 60 who's been feeling these changes, whether it's softer erections, a loss of sensitivity, a new curvature, a persistent tightness, or even an emotional distance from your own body, please hear this. You are not broken. You are not alone. And there are gentle, powerful things you can do to support your body's innate ability to heal. Castor oil isn't a magic potion, but it is a powerful therapeutic tool. It can help restore blood flow, dissolve hidden scar tissue, reduce chronic inflammation, revive dormant nerve sensation, and protect aging skin. And when used correctly, with patience and consistency, it becomes more than just a remedy. It becomes a quiet, personal ritual of reclaiming your strength, your confidence, and your connection to yourself. I've seen it work in the real lives of my patients. I've seen men walk into my office discouraged and resigned, and walk out weeks later with a light of hope back in their eyes. And I've seen how something as simple as a few minutes of dedicated self-care, done regularly, can restore not just physical function, but self-respect, dignity, and a renewed sense of partnership with one's own body. So wherever you are in your journey, just know that it's not too late. Your body still listens, your system still responds to care, and you still deserve to feel good, whole, and fully alive. Thank you for spending this time with me. And if this message spoke to you, I encourage you to take the first, simple step tonight. Because healing always begins with action, and you are ready. If you found this video helpful, please take a moment to like it. That simple click really helps more men discover natural solutions, just like this one. Share it with a friend, a brother, or someone you care about who may be quietly struggling but hasn't found the answers yet. You could change someone's life with a simple share. And if you have questions, personal experiences, or results you'd like to share from trying this method, please leave a comment below. I personally read every single one, and your story, your question, your encouragement,